Hi Aquarius, thanks so much for being here. We're going to do something a little bit different. Used to do this some, but I want to change it up and have an enjoyable time as well as an informative time, okay? So we are putting the letters back on the table. And we're going to get tarot. So let's go ahead and see what we have here. I am going to speed this up. Give me just a minute here to see what I come up with. And I am, of course, trying to make this relevant to what I feel about your energy. All right, so we have 4 words here and 1 extra. We have hone, bingo, tact, and jig. Or it could be jag. This is like to finally hone something, you know, to put in the efforts to make something refined. Here, you know, when you very first begin something, it's rough and you're trying to figure it out. And this is the process of refining it to the point that it is just right. Here, bingo, this is saying to me that there's a game, a chance, but something that you are going to be winning at. Tact, using tact. And here, jig or jag. And this could potentially be where you have to kind of maneuver. I need to turn this around a little. Where you have to kind of maneuver to accomplish what it is you're wanting to accomplish. And here we have an extra L. And this L could have special meaning for you. It could be, say, like a person's name, maybe the state of, like, Louisiana. It could stand for anything for you. Let's go ahead and get some tarot. And yeah, I'm trying to lighten this up a little. Tarot's not the only thing that a person has to use in order to find out what's going on. And I'm wanting to switch this to where, for one, it includes different things. And these letters, to me, I found there was really a lot to it. So I thought I'd like to bring those back and see how things go. So let's get a letter for, not a letter, let's get a tarot for hone. The 2 of Wands. Okay. This is knowing or having a sense of how you want to go forward with something and planning it. Okay, so you're trying to finally hone something that you have a strong desire for or feel like that's the path you should go on. Okay, bingo. You have the World, which is awesome. The World talks about closing out of a cycle and one that could have been challenging to bring in a new beginning. And so this is, for me, games like bingo, they're taking a chance. You're playing a game in hopes of winning. So there could be an element of risk here. You wanted to get something started or do want to get something started, but you feel like there could be a risk. And it could also have an element of being a little lighthearted. Okay, let's get one for tact. All right. You have the 7 of Pentacles. You're trying to create something and you're willing to put in the time and effort that you need to create this. And it's going to need an element of tact. And this could be, you know, tact is oftentimes seen as being appropriate in your speech, right? Being tactful, being considerate. And so that could very well be, but it could also be the very same thing with yourself. Now I think because we have 4, we're going to need to move this over here to make sure you can see it. All right. Oh, we're going to actually have to move it over some more. But yeah, I wanted to bring in other aspects besides just the tarot and oracle. Eight of Swords. Okay. The way I feel about this is you trying to make for sure that you maneuver enough to where you do not get yourself into this energy. You're aware of this. You know that if you let yourself go down this slippery slope, you're going to end up feeling trapped, and you do not want to feel trapped. So you are trying to do whatever it takes to stay out of being trapped. And over here with this L, let's get a card for it too. Okay, what do we have? The Three of Pentacles. Success. And it could be working with others. Does not have to be, but it is that your efforts are bringing in success. Now, you know, this L could be, like I said, where you live, a person's name. Love, you know, starts with L. And at the bottom of the deck, awesome, you have the Fool. And the Fool is a new beginning. It's major arcana, and it's saying, you know, get out of your comfort zone. Come to the edge. Take that leap of faith. And here you are trying to finally hone something that you are aware of, that you've thought about. You know this is the avenue that you want to take. And now you're trying to finally hone it, get it to where it is just right so you can go ahead and go forward and close out of the cycle. Now you feel potentially that this, by doing this, you are taking a certain risk. There can be a playful element, but it doesn't have to be. This could just be saying there is a risk involved. At least that's the way you feel. But this you feel strongly about, okay? Now here, growing your garden, starting something from a seed. And I kind of feel like this isn't really a chronological thing. To me, this is all together, right? You know that you want to grow this garden, and you know it's going to take patience. And over here, you can see where you're having the patience because you're finally honing whatever this is that you want to go forward with. And you're trying to make for sure that you stay out of the challenging energies that you feel could come in here. You know, you're maneuvering around them. Okay, and this is bringing in a new beginning. And this is one where you're coming to the edge. So taking the risk. Being playful. Let's go ahead and get some more. So it looks like you have a plan. I would say definitely a plan. If you haven't written it down, maybe you should. But it's one that you looks like you've really given quite a bit of thought to. Okay. Wonderful. This is the Nine of Cups. So what this part here is saying is by you putting in this effort to, you know, eliminate the stuff that is just extraneous stuff and refining what it is that you feel is important to keep with your plan on going forward, it's going to bring in a lot of happiness. So this is really worth your time and effort. Okay, now on to the world and bingo. Beautiful again. Here you have the Emperor. This is an extremely powerful energy, one of making decisions and going for them, taking a leadership role. So here you're closing out of a challenging cycle. Maybe that is what this is about, the challenging cycle that you felt you had to jig and jag just to try to stay out of this trap, right? So that's what I think is going on here. I think that's what this means. This is after this. Or maybe you weren't trapped. Maybe you just felt like you knew if you didn't create a change, there was going to be a problem. So you plan the change, you create this change, and you should be really happy with yourself, commend yourself for being strong enough and brave enough to do that. And by doing so, by taking this risk, it's bringing in a lot of power. And this could be because your self-confidence has got to be growing by you putting this effort in, creating the change, and it working, right? So stick with whatever you're committing yourself to, whatever you've decided, and take that leadership role and go forward with it, go all out with it. Here, this is you growing that, bringing it into fruition, and it has tact with it. So it's, to me, the tact is more of a, like finely honing, think things through, make the best choices possible, and don't be rash. And it will bring in the best possible scenario. Okay, here it is saying that you have choices in this, which of course you do. You have choices in everything. But it's saying, be patient, think things through, make the best choice or choices for you. And it's going to bring this opportunity in that you truly desire. Wow. Okay, and at the bottom of this deck, can you see this? Yes, you have the Chariot. Very powerful energy of you deciding on something and going full speed ahead, towards this goal. So the big picture here, you want to get out of this energy, or the potential of this energy. I can't say that I feel like you have been in this, but I feel like that if you do not step carefully, you're gonna get stuck. So that brings you over here to create the change, and it's bringing in happiness, power, the ability to make decisions and stick with them and take the action you need, and this very exciting desire to go forward with this opportunity. And over here, it's going to be successful. It's going to bring in this new beginning, one where you are taking that chance. Okay? I think it's great. I'm trying to see. I don't even think there's really anything that we need to take to clarify. Well, we could clarify this. The Eight of Swords and Jig or Jag. Why is the Eight of Swords and Jig or Jag here? Okay, The Lovers. Okay. Well, there you have it. Okay. The Lovers can mean two things. One, literally a romantic relationship, and that could very well be here. All this could apply to a romantic relationship, and if it is a romantic relationship, either the relationship itself is not a good one, or it is one that needs changes. It needs balance. Okay? If it is not a romantic relationship, or in addition to, this is you making an important decision, and we know that's applying here because I've talked about this already, that you know you want to create a change because you do not want to find yourself in this energy. So you're bringing about this ending and new beginning, which is bringing in power. You're taking all the time you need, and both of these are, to me, are talking about that. Taking all the time you need because you know where you want to go. You're finally honing it. You're using tact. And this is kind of an unconventional description of tact. You know, tact is oftentimes referred to as how you're speaking to someone. But I think this is more about how you are dealing with yourself. But it could be both. You know, having the patience and doing things in a smooth, calm way. Making the right decisions. And this particular energy is where you are so excited. So it might be a bit of a challenge to have the patience you need when there's something that you want to go for now because of the passion and desire you have for it. But over here, new beginning for sure, Major Arcana and Major Arcana. This new beginning, and you are quickly going for it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some charms to go with this. Let's start with tone. Okay, you have the key. You have what you need to unlock that door and go forward and create your happiness. Okay. Here, you have a planet. Could be Saturn. Not really sure, because there's a few that have rings. But what I feel this is saying, which in the traditional deck, let me see if I can find it quickly here. Looking. I don't know if I can or not, but if I can, I'll show you. Come on, little card. It's probably going to be the last one. Here it is. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Here. You see the planet? They're holding everything that they need. They have. They're holding it. And so that's what this instantly made me think of. You're holding everything you need in your hands to go forward. Okay. And you have the spider. And what the spider says is make your dreams come true. So that's exactly what you're doing. You've opened this door to your or the world and making it come to pass, which is bringing in happiness. Love it. Alright, now let's go on down to the world and bingo and it. Okay, we have 4. Live, love, laugh. Put this down here a little bit. You have live, love, laugh. So, the way I feel about this is you are finally past this challenge and you feel a lot of relief and encouragement. So, it is time to relax into this. Now, keep your strength, desires, passions, leadership skills, but it is time to enjoy. Here you have angel wings. So this is letting you know that you are protected. During this time, the angels are with you, keeping you safe and sound. So you don't have to worry, okay? Especially about this. Here you have a heart. So there is love here that you have for what you are doing, embarking on. And here's a child. And for me in this case, this child is like, you're new at this. So you're learning as you go. But here you have like the boss's boss. So it is not going to take you long to go from like a fledgling to the emperor. No. You have a lot going for you. Okay, now let's get one or more. We seem to be getting the more side of the charms. We have 3. Okay, we have the stethoscope. And what this is saying is make for sure, which would make perfect sense, because this keyword here for me is patience. It's a going forward, but a slow go, right? It's a marathon, not a sprint. So this is saying periodically check in, make for sure you are on the path that you have intended yourself to be on. You know, keep checking periodically, and if you find that you've strayed a little, just adjust your course back to where you want it to be. Oh my goodness, this is so awesome. You have 2 angels. So, this is like having double protection. Or they're just emphasizing, do not worry. You are protected during this time. And you have an owl. So, use your wisdom as you go forward, okay? Let's get a charm for the jig or the jet. We got 2. Okay, you have a passenger jet. So what this would say or is saying to me is there might be something to this romantic relationship, because a passenger jet holds more than one. Usually they hold many. Maybe it isn't romantic, but it is some sort of relationship with another or others that you do not feel is on track. And you are quickly leaving. They go fast, you're going fast. This could actually be sitting over here because I feel like this is first, or this is the catalyst for change. Ah, and look at this. Money bags. A bag of money. Yay. So to me, what's coming to me is it could be 2 things. One, by you creating this change, you're bringing in good finances. Another could be that one of the problems here has been finances. So it's all up to you as in how you take that. It could be both, that you knew that this was causing financial issues as well as whatever other issues, so you felt you had to remove yourself from that and go into this. But it could also say that by you getting out of Dodge, creating this change, you are going to be bringing in money. Okay, now let's get a charm for the L, the success. Oh, we actually got 1 charm. It's a purse. And when I get this, what does it always mean to me? Money. What do you do with the purse? You hold money. Maybe it's lira. Lottery. Well, just give it some thought. Okay, so the first part is, or has money, and this last part has money. All right, let's see what the universe would like to share. This looks like a very eventful time for you. You're going to want to take a break somewhere in here. Now, this is a slow-moving energy, so maybe you could take a little bit of a break during that. All right. Judgment. I could see this as being really on target. You are rising up, you know, from this place to where you want to be, where you belong or feel you belong, where you should go. And you've had to use strategy. This could also talk about somebody not having your best interest at heart and doing something that is deceitful or wrong. So take it whichever way you feel it applies for you, because it could be both. Yeah, while you're getting out of here, but it could also be what you are doing here. You know, finally honing something is using strategy. And arguments. So yeah, for me this is confirmation of over here. Arguments, feeling trapped, maybe somebody deceiving you. Every reason to get out of this and into this. Okay? Let's get a couple of oracle cards to close this out. And I am not sure if I mentioned this or not. Doing it this way, I get so into these readings that I kind of forget what I'm saying. It's interesting. I just get lost in them. But anyway, if you like this reading, please give it a like, share, subscribe. Leave comments. Let me know if you like this way. And if any of this is on target. Yeah, what did I tell you? Just a minute ago I said you're gonna need to take a break. Yeah, and I said you get a little bit at one here maybe. But the universe is saying, yes, you are going to need to take breaks because this is a very busy time. And it's going to be lots of stuff going on. All right, if I shuffle on here, I'm probably going to mess things up, but I'll give it a try so you can see them shuffling. Okay. What do we have here? Vulnerability. This is confirmation that you're seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory, where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. Oh my gosh, this is so on target. Now, I didn't use the word vulnerable in here, but yeah, I've repeatedly talked about getting out of this and into this. So do pay attention to this because I think this is on target as well. Okay, thank you so much, and I truly hope this helps. Have a wonderful time, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye.